friend, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today is the 9th update for a deck of panning, which is such a great project for drawing cards, getting use on items, finishing items. I have 7 items in the project currently and I have met my goal on 5 of them. Okay, we got a good update. Let's dive into everything, and as always I'm going to go from the prompt that's been in here the longest to the newest prompt. So we're going to kick it off. There's a lot of stuff that was new as of last month, which is fantastic, but the oldest item was for the prompt of Indie. So I had rolled in my LYS bronzer. This is in Motivate, or Light is the shade, and it's their No Limits matte bronzer. You're seeing where I was on this one last time, and there really was not very much use left on this, and I am so thrilled that with 9 additional uses, bring me to 76 uses in this project, I have finished the bronzer. Doing so well with bronzers this year, but oh, so excited to have another one finished, so we get to roll that out as a goal met, and it's an item leaving my collection. I may keep the compact though because it's kind of handy to have it. Okay, discontinued item. I had rolled in my Bourjois foundation, the City Radiance Skin Protecting Foundation, Brightening Effect, in the shade Rose Ivory. Long name is long. I had put a 50 use goal on this, and yeah, great. I made some progress just from here to here. That progress is an additional 8 uses to bring me to my 50 uses. So this is going to be rolling out, and so I get to put a little bit more focus on the foundation in my graveyard project pan, which that finale is coming up real soon. Oh no. All right, warm tone. I had rolled in Girlactik. This is their metallic eye sparkle in the shade Glam, kind of like a bronzy eye color here. Very, very close last time. 4 additional uses to bring me to 18 in this project, and it's as empty as I am going to be able to get it. Anything that I get out really doesn't last on the lid. Very dry dough foot. So this is where I call it with these liquid eye products, and that also gets to roll out. Okay, then we get into all of the new stuff from last month. So we started with something very simple because I had the prompt of baby goal. So either low usage or something you could get out of your collection really quickly, not going to take you long. So I'd rolled in another perfume sample, the Givenchy Irresistible perfume, EDP. I used it so long ago I don't even really remember it. Pretty sure I got 1 use. Yeah, it's a perfume. It's there. I got it used up. Okay, that goal is also met. And so now for long haul. Obviously that is not going anywhere anytime soon, especially after 1 month. So I had rolled in a new bronzer to replace the LYS. This is the L'Oreal Bronze to Paradise in the shade 03 Back to Bronze. You're seeing where I was on this last time. This was a brand new bronzer, and I have been using this also, you know, if I'm doing my makeup twice a day with dog walking or whatever. It's a bronzer. I am pleased to say that I've used this one 31 times since I rolled it in last month, and this is where I'm at today. So that leaf, fern, whatever the plant was on here has definitely worn down. This is so hard packed. You have to build it up, but not a lot of product comes out, but it's not hard pan. I don't know what's going on with this one, but it's just okay. I'm not loving it, but I am reaching for it. It's the only bronzer I'm currently working on as of this moment. So we'll just kind of have to see how that one goes. I am wearing that bronzer today, as well as this blush for the prompt of blush. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade At Night. You're seeing where I was on this one last month as well. I've been trying to prioritize this, especially because this shade is more like that fall wintry, because it's just a little bit deeper. It's not my usual go-to, which is why this is, I think, my oldest blush in my collection, at least in terms of lot coats. Now, I have done pretty well. I've reached for it 17 times of my 50 use goal, so not bad, especially because I do have another blush in my Beauty and the Beast project pan. This is where I am at today. It is a baked item. I'm not sure you're going to see any difference on this, especially because it is a little bit deeper, so I have to use a lighter hand with this item. But I am enjoying it. It's just, It's Hourglass, so I build it up in my head a lot, and it's just not my favorite color, but it came in a Sephora Favorites kit, so I am enjoying it. All right, last up, I had the prompt spotlight a panner, so I had rolled in for Jessica, and I was paying homage to her Pan Those Eyeshadows project. I did just randomize a shade from my collection, but she does super, super well on panning eyeshadows, and I love following her, and I was binge watching her playlist last month. So I had rolled in my Natasha Denona. This is the mini retro palette. So we have 3 shades in here. I rolled in the shade Jude, but I did use all 3 of these together. So you're seeing where I was on this one last month, and I had put in a 10-use goal on it, and I did use it 10 times, so this is the final rollout. Now, this is where I got to. I feel so close to a pan in Jude. I was trying not to hit it because I try to wear my pans down evenly, but it's like maybe 1 use away, maybe 5. You never know with panning, but this I did get some good use out of. And these other shades, I mean, you're starting to see a little bit more of a dip in nude mauve here. But yeah, Mara is like not wanting to move at all. All right, so that leaves me with the bronzer and the blush left in this project, which means we get to pull out the deck of cards. This is what mine looks like. So cute. There is a Joker in here, and we get to pull 5 cards today. So of course the game board is changed by Emily and Matt's every single month. So we get variety, we get new things. You could get the same prompt under a different card prompt. So it's a lot of fun. But we have 5 cards to draw today, and let's see what I'm gonna be playing with. So I'm gonna cut the deck, I guess, there. And the 5 cards are going to start off with the 6 of Hearts. Then we're going to do the, ooh, I remember liking aces. Let's see what that one is. The Ace of Diamonds. We've got the 6 of Diamonds. So many red cards so far. The 9 of Spades. And we need 1 more card, the 7 of Hearts. Ah, oh my goodness. Yep, it is one of my favorite cards to pull. As you know, this project starts with 5 prompts, but the red ace is a pickup 2. So we pick up 1 to replace this card and 1 to add. So we get up to 8 products. So I'm going to shuffle these down. We're going to pull 2 more cards. I have not touched my deck, so 2 more cards to draw. Oh my goodness. So the replacement card is going to be the 10 of Clubs, and the bonus card is going to be a red king, the King of Diamonds. I picked my items. Let's discuss. So first off, the 6 of Hearts this month is favorite brand. And again, right now, it's Bath & Body Works. I'm tracking their launches. I'm going to the store all the time. I'm purchasing all the time. I'm using stuff up all of the time. So I'm going to pick a Bath & Body Works item, and I'm picking one that is more of a summer scent. It is lingering in my collection. I do have a backup of this one that will expire next fall. So I do want to just make sure I get this worked out and done. And it does have good progress. So this should be an easy one. But this is my pocket bag from Bath & Body Works in Kitchen Mandarin. It has set notes of mandarin, thyme, and cedarwood. And I am at this point right here. So I should be able to finish this one for the next update, but I'm going to roll it in just to make sure it does get finished. Okay, the 6 of Diamonds actually was probably the most challenging card for me this month because it's matte. And I am absolutely more of a glowy girl, glossy girl. I struggled with this one a little bit, but then I noticed I have this bronzer. I know another bronzer in my collection here. This one is from BoxyCharm. This is the Hanalei. This is their matte bronzer, 5 grams, nothing else noted on this item. This is a brand new untouched bronzer, so I would just simply like to try it. Now the other bronzer is in here for just progression. We'll see how much use I can get. So obviously any use on this will detract from it, but then I'm not just using a bronzer that's just kind of meh for the rest of the year. So I'm going to put my usual 50 uses on this bronzer. It's probably going to take me 2 months, or it could take me the rest of the project, just depending how I use it with the L'Oreal one. But we'll see how this one goes because it is an untouched bronzer in my collection and it fits the prompt, which is fantastic. Okay, next up, the 9 of Spades. This time is a spray, and no, I am not rolling a perfume sample in. So I'm rolling something else. And that is actually my oldest setting spray in my collection. This came in, I think it's a Sephora Favorites kit. This is the MAC Fix Plus. This is their Skin Refresher Finishing Mist. You're supposed to shake it well. I have never used it, but it is old, so maybe it's evaporating. But that's my starting off point. And I've never used it because it's like, oh, this one's hyped. This one's talked about so much. I don't know if it still is loved as much as it used to be, but I've hyped it in my head, which is why I've reached for other things. But we're going to put it in with the goal to finish it. It is only 30 milliliters, so hopefully we can get that done by the end of this project. All right, the next one was the 7 of Hearts. This is broken packaging. You know that I used to always roll in my NARS blush and Orgasm for this. However, I finished that blush. So the new broken packaging I'm going to go for is an eyeshadow palette. This is my Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. And yeah, it's completely in 2 pieces here. So my palette is looking like this, doing super well. This is an empty shade, at least as empty as I can get it based off that waffle pan. And what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to give myself something a little bit easier because I am rolling in more eyeshadow in a moment, as you will see. But I'm going to roll in the shade Supernova down here. I will get a video of it. This has been repressed twice at this point. There is a tiny amount of product left in here. So I want to finish it, and then I'll have 2 empty pans in this palette, which would be real exciting. So that's going to be my goal. Hopefully that's not going to take me too long. It is still a color I can wear to work, no problem. It will get a little bit more use on this palette, and this is a little bit of a focus palette for me. So we'll see what we can do, but Supernova, I would like to finish that eyeshadow. Yeah, especially because the broken packaging is getting a little bit annoying. I had the 10 of Clubs. It's a concealer. I tend to only have one concealer going at a time, but I actually do have a second one open right now because I tried using it over the summer, wasn't really big on it. I think it's still too light for me, but I do tend to use this one as my dog walking concealer, so I can track some uses that way. So this is from e.l.f. This is their 16-hour camo concealer matte finish, but I didn't roll it in for matte because, you know, then I would need a different concealer. But this is in the shade Fair Rose. This is quite light for me. We'll see as we progress into the winter how this one does, if it's better for my skin or if I just can't buy shades. And I am making some progress. I'm making some progress on this. Now, in terms of goals, I think this one's going to be like the L'Oreal bronzer. I think this is just going to be in for the rest of the project. We'll track uses. It's not going to get a ton of uses because I'm more using my Physicians formula that's in Throwback 30, which also has a finish goal. But where I can use this one, I will try. And then finally, we had the King of Diamonds. So Red Kings are no pan left behind. So I decided I would reach into a palette of a whole bunch of singles. So these are shades I have ripped apart from other palettes. So what do we have in here? We have, this is Iconic London, Wander Beauty, Ciate, Ofra, Cab Cosmetics, and Elizabeth Arden. We have quite a range of eyeshadows in here. We've got some pans, and I think this is going to be a way to both play with some color, especially purples, but still be able to wear this palette to work. So, I mean, this shade's probably going to be the hardest one, but we'll see how things go. The goal, of course, is going to be no pan left behind, so I need to use all of these shades at least once. I think I have done a no pan left behind somewhat recently on this palette, but again, only one use on shades isn't much, so I would like to keep playing with this. And again, anytime I have singles, it's just really checking to ensure I want to keep all the singles that I theoretically thought I wanted to keep, and then who knows how it goes. In terms of goals for next month, I think I can meet my goals on 3 items. If I get more, fantastic. But Kitchen Mandarin Pocket Bag, not a lot of that one left. finish off the Supernova eyeshadow down there at the bottom, as well as my No Pan Left Behind on this palette here. That's what I'm hoping to do over the next month. Let's see how it goes. But that is everything for today's video. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss my next update or any of my other panning content. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.